we're having a crisis, an identity crisis. Alpal, can you help me explain?
Yeah, so after Mega Month, we're just confused on who we are as a business now. Because
Yeah, sorry, I'm giving you a look, because it's like, we know, but we're changing things right now that we're like, yeah, do we know? A lot's changed in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, because our identity was literally Whatnot. All Whatnot. Every day, all day, for a month.
And we're like, okay, we're just going to keep doing a lot of Whatnot. And then we ran out of games. Brother Dave, real quick, you're here. Hi.
I am here.
Say,
Hi. How's it going?
what do you think of the space? You are a big proponent of the clean space, and you help us get there.
I want you guys to know that it's hard for me to go into work when this place is,
You're looking like this.
And this is actually this is good. This is good. Okay, I could move this aside and have my lunch right here if I wanted to. And that's a beautiful thing.
We have a new rule that Chase kind of set up, I think, last week, 2 weeks ago.
I think it's a beautiful rule.
Where it's nothing left on the floor at the end of the day.
Yes. Yes.
But
Nothing
Chase
left on the floor.
there, so
Which
he
Chase didn't
failed.
break his own rule.
It's-
Dang it, Chase. He'll be back in later. We'll yell at him then.
Oh my gosh! But no, I absolutely
That box
love it.
doesn't
I
fit
feel
on the
it feels
shelf,
very,
though, so-
Yeah.
very welcoming
Chase?
to come in.
It's Nolan.
Oh, it's Nolan. Never mind.
I got Chick-fil-A.
But you didn't get P.O. Box.
Eat your lunch and go back and get the stuff from the
I'll just
P.O.
let
box.
it be. I'll let it get cold.
All right. Thanks, Nolan. You're the best.
So well done, everybody. Thank you for keeping it clean.
No, it's been
It's been nice.
It's been very nice.
I do still think that we'll just wind up with stuff on the ground as we're organizing and working on stuff. Like,
I mean, I will say that what we're doing now wouldn't have mattered a month ago.
yeah, David's just shaking his head. No, he's just going like this,
No.
like unacceptable.
Guys,
But if
I
we
do
get another-
believe that perfection is not the key, but it is consistency. So
David,
we need
we
to
received-
consistently try our best.
I agree.
To keep it off.
I
the
agree.
floor.
We need to have that as a rule of thumb.
Standard
at all times.
It's a new standard. Are we going to
New
hit the standard every time? No,
But when
it's a
we
standard.
receive 10,000 games
No.
within a week time,
15,000 in a month.
I was in a week's time.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's safe to say that we're not going to have everything organized. But as a good rule of thumb, yes. Anyway,
So back to like our crisis. So the reason we're even saying that is because the last week of Whatnot, and maybe 2 weeks, actually hasn't been going that well. And I think when we really sit on it, it's not going well comparatively to Mega Month. We knew that making a giant event and having massive collections full of stuff to sell was going to like disillusion us after the fact. So I think we're still hitting like our typical numbers on Whatnot, but the issue is if we're going to full pivot to Whatnot as like maybe the 80% of the business revenue or whatever, I don't know what the number is, then we would have to keep up with that pace almost. Maybe not like the extreme everyday auction type thing, but dollar amount. So we have a rule for ourselves that like 2,500 to 3,000 per hour streamed is kind of our benchmark for Whatnot. Would you say that's what the number has been
yeah,
historically?
I feel like that's been a benchmark. I don't know if that should be consistent moving forward so the thing is, Whatnot has felt like it hasn't been great the last 2 weeks, but I would be interested in looking at the sales, the items sold, the average sales price, and then looking at what our margin is.
I think our margin is great.
Our margin has increased because our margins are generally better on the mid-tier stuff versus the higher-end stuff. So the profit dollars obviously are higher, but our margins are better. So it's like, it's a toss-up. We do need to get some better stuff, and we do have some pending collections to get that. So I think we need to have a good frame of mind right now with the inventory we have.
Yeah,
And the
like-
sales numbers are just going to be down right now.
Yeah, we explained it a little bit more in the last video, so you can watch that. But real brief, we explained how these bins that say under 10 on them, these are games worth under 10, we were fine selling them at pretty much $1 or $2 a piece to partners and various things. And we told you how to get partnered. I'll mention that again in a minute. But now we're like, oh, we can get $4 or $5 a piece on these ourselves. So our margin on those has increased. However, it's still $4 or $5. So we really have to ramp up scale, be creative with some of the ways we were selling. I think yesterday you brought up a bunch of lots of like 10 games that are under 10.
Oh yeah, I put a bunch up there for
And-
today,
and I
probably
think
like
those-
30 boxes.
Yeah, and even if they average, say, the box can be worth like up to $100 if they sell for 30. Like that's good for us. It's $3 a piece, and
Well,
fine.
the thing
They're-
is, we're actually making money on those now instead of just breaking even.
yeah, that's
So
that's a
that's
pretty good point.
That's great to have. And as you can see, like we
this-
still have a lot of great stuff.
that we're trying not to touch.
Yes,
right
because
now.
we have the October 9th show, and we have some really, really nice pending collections.
That's our next big show, by the way. We're gonna do like are we doing 10 to 10?
I think we're doing
10 to 10? Oh
No, I
man,
think
that would
we're
have been
doing-
crazy if we
I
did
think
10
we're
to
doing
10 on
9
10
to 10 or
10.
8 to 10. I think it's like a 14-hour show, I thought.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Regardless, it'll be a very long
it's
auction.
very long auction, so we're trying to save some of the stuff for now because a lot of the big collections are just pending at the moment.
And another thing we're kind of like wrestling with is, so we have down here, these are items like worth over $100, and we also have a bin of stuff that we just know won't get as much attention on Whatnot, and it can't be sold on Amazon. So we're actually leaning into eBay. Our eBay listing challenge just started in the Discord. It's completely revamped. We're participating in it. I think the live call is tonight by the time of recording. Yeah, so when you guys are seeing this, the challenge has started, but it's not too late to join if you have questions. Like, the Discord's been awesome for that. People are really excited.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So I'm curious. Chase is actually inside listing right now. I don't know what our listing goal is, though.
He's kind of taking on that.
Yeah, so we'll
I'm
have
not
to
sure
maybe
what it
get an
is.
update with Chase, maybe in this video if he's back in time, or in the next video. But I think we should, at the very least, be doing 5 items. Like, I think we've seen historically, for those that don't know, on eBay, if you can list 5 items a day, you're golden. That's kind of where you see the significant ramp up. If you don't have the inventory to list 5 items a day, it's not like you're not going to see results. There's
Yeah.
people that have done 2, 3, but once you do 5, for whatever reason, that seemed to be the number that like people were saying, oh, that's when things really spiked up. And we've been, I mean, Chase has been doing eBay for, gosh, how long?
18 years? I don't know.
20?
20 years?
Maybe, like, I don't know at this point. And we've been transparent with you guys, taking kind of a break from eBay, but now it's starting to make sense as the collections that we're buying have stuff that does fall into the obscure realm that we still have to pay up for. And it's also stuff that's so obscure that not a lot of people want to collect it. Like, but it's still valuable.
Yeah.
So it's this weird like supply and demand thing. I think of the Vectrex, what was it, the 3D, the glasses thing?
The 3D imager?
The 3D imager.
It's like $1,800.
But selling that on Whatnot, I don't think is going to be, I just don't think it would go well for us. So maybe it would, but we'd have to wait
There's
a
very
month
few
to
people
find the
looking
right,
for that,
the
and-
right buyer. So I think what would end up happening is we just list it on eBay, and it would probably end up selling in a similar amount of time as it would take on Whatnot to sell. I think we would get more for it simply on eBay. So
Oh, for sure.
yeah, like I mean, I don't even know what it could go for. It's one of those things where we usually say, like, if there's none listed, like, you can kind of make your own price and bring it down over time, and you'll eventually find your buyer. eBay is still the best way to start your business. Sorry, moving real quick. We still think eBay is like the best way to start your business. You're getting access to, what is it, 100, 200 million monthly users?
It's like 100 million plus users, I
100 million
think.
plus. So, like, you're getting access to a wide array. And, you know, people complain about fees, or like fees are just a thing on every platform. Unless you're selling locally, that's truly the only way to mitigate fees as much as possible.
Fees,
But-
fees are higher on eBay than they are Whatnot,
Yeah.
but you're paying for 100 million users to see your item.
For Whatnot, a lot of people have actually been like in our Discord learning how to do Whatnot and starting that. You have to create an audience and bring an audience with you. So what's the value of that? We already have an audience, and like we've built one for almost 4 years
Yeah.
on Whatnot now. And since we have that, the fees make sense. But if we have to build that from the ground up, like eBay would just make sense in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at from a buy it now standpoint on Whatnot, which is non-auction, we have very few buy it nows have ever sold outside of a show. So if you're going to do that model on Whatnot, you might as well do eBay, because everyone on eBay is doing that. They're typing in a specific item that they're looking for and searching for it, versus Whatnot. Most people are just going in shows, typing in the chat, hoping that they can find something. People enjoy the live streams. So if that's what you're doing, if you're putting everything in the buy it now, you're not running things at auction, it's better for you just to go on eBay. I know we've said this multiple times.
And I think that's
on this
for
show now.
Is there a category that doesn't apply to? Like, I would even say with cards. Like, Whatnot, their biggest category is cards. I would say for some cards, you're still better off just putting them on eBay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a super cheap card seller, like you're selling dollar cards, Whatnot makes sense because you can just fly through them. You have really low margin and get through them. But I would say
Again, you still have to deal with the audience thing.
Yeah.
But
wholesaler or like storage unit auctions, yes. Whatnot is certainly the way to go versus putting those on eBay, I think.
And even then, it's like, it totally depends on the scale that you want. Like, clothing sellers are big on Whatnot, but you can still have an insane clothing hustle on eBay. Like, it's still probably the biggest, like, side hustle, like women's fashion, essentially. Like, especially, I mean.
But to all that said, if you're not auctioning stuff on Whatnot, if that's not your main source of selling on Whatnot, is auctions, you should just move on to eBay. If you look at most of the big sellers on Whatnot, they don't have a lot of stuff in the buy it now because they know the power of Whatnot is selling stuff fast.
And there is one caveat, and you have to be in a unique situation for this. Store owners will do kind of a separate method altogether. The stuff, their like items might be listed in their store, right? Like they're priced out there, and they'll just take requests. I haven't seen that be super successful at scale. If you just have a collection and you're doing that, I think if you have a store and like things are already priced, that's when the scalability helps. Some store owners have message, and we've talked to them about like, yeah, like I can do maybe $2,000 to $5,000 a day in the store, and I can almost duplicate that by doing a Whatnot. And so that's if you're a store owner, and I know a lot of you are, let us know your perspective on that. If you've been doing Whatnot, or if you have in the past, and maybe if you've chosen to cross-list on eBay and your store, or if you're just focusing on your store, I'm always interested in to hear that. And if you are a store owner or you're selling video games, you know what you need?
XYAB, the channel sponsor.
They're the channel sponsor. They're an amazing sponsor, and they have a bunch of new products, especially if you have a store. They just launched licensed Pokemon plush. They're doing really cool collectibles like from Figgies and some other stuff. So definitely check them out. But if you're just reselling video games, definitely apply to sell their stuff. But like we have all of these boxes like up here that I'm not going to show because our address is on it, but they're all from XYAV, full of cases for case swaps. We have tons of repair parts that we can now access over here because this whole area is cleared with their Dave.
Cleared. Chargers we grab every single day. They're all from XYAV.
Yesterday I packed up maybe like 15 or 16 DS lights, and so, sorry, not DS lights. Switch lights. And I use their Switch thing. But hey, I mean, they got DS Lite chargers too.
Yes.
We accidentally ordered way too many of them. So if you have DS Lites, we're also buying them. But XYAB is absolutely fantastic.
And if you need stylists for DSs, they also have those.
But anyways, thank you to XYAB. You can get $50 off your first order of $100 or more. If it's been a while and you've applied and been denied in the past, try reapplying again. They're looking for people that are serious about this business and reselling. So that's why you can't just buy one-off things. We absolutely love them. It's been a game changer for our business.
For sure.
Anyways, we have all of these bins that are here, and they're pretty much meant for Whatnot. If they're over here, it's for Whatnot. If it's over there, it's more likely for Amazon. How does eBay fall in between? And are we like picking stuff from here to do on eBay, or are we like filtering that out on the front end? What's been our strategy so far?
Honestly, I've been so focused on Whatnot, I have no idea where eBay comes in.
Yeah, I've been seeing Chase like pull.
3D Imager is a great
example.
because it's a $2,000 item. It makes sense to make full profit on that.
There's even what about this? Like, we have graded game. This could do well on Whatnot, but again, limited buying pool. I mean, this is like around the $2,000 mark as well.
Well, that's Attack of Raphael, isn't it?
Yes, this is Attack of the Clones.
Yes, I could obviously I could see where that makes sense. This is a good example of why I don't know where it falls in, because this was listed on eBay for a long time,
For probably 2 years.
yes, and it didn't sell at what we thought it was worth, because this actually, I mean, this is
That's a pop
it's a
one.
pop one.
I think it's the best grade, but it's a Sega. It's a basketball Sega CD game.
Like, so people, I mean, most people, the audience for it is very slim. So it's just like,
At this
do
point,
we care getting
yeah. At this point,
profit
we
for that, or
have.
do we just care getting our money?
Yeah. At this point, we have nothing into it, and these are all the things we're considering, and why we're like, well, there's a good option here, but there's a pro con to it always. So this is a perfect, like another perfect example. This is a super nice condition, like Pokemon Stadium 2. In the past, like we would run that, or we would just list it on eBay because the condition's so good. But now that we have an audience that understands that we sell stuff in good condition on Whatnot, those prices, like that premium we would get on eBay, is kind of balanced out to where when you factor in fees, but maybe not.
I don't know. Remember Tommy's N64 collection? It was extremely clean. Like, some of the stuff would go like 110% of what price charging is, and it's like, we list it on eBay, it goes for 250%. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
so it's like,
that's the exact pro con that I'm thinking about. So like, does the fees ever like make it worth it, or does the fast nickel model ever outweigh it? And that's where ultimately, like, we kind of decided just the speed at which we do it is
only
better for
because of what you see behind you. Because
Yeah.
we have so much inventory. That's why speed is the focus. If this ever dwindled down, then things would change. But if this ever dwindled down,
we have. Other
I don't know
issues.
who would be here anymore.
We have other issues. Hey, Nolan.
Yeah.
If this shelf ever disappears, so does your job.
So make sure that these
what
bins
shelf?
stay full no matter what.
What
I know
shelf?
you buy a lot of stuff, so
What shelf?
This shelf. We're saying if this stuff ever runs out, we have other problems.
Job security.
Yeah. Also,
Wait.
random. If you guys have shirts or merch or stickers you guys want us to wear or put on our wall, Alpal and Nolan regularly rep not our brand.
I love doing that.
free per-
Especially like when people send us stuff through Whatnot. Poor Alan.
Yeah, there you go. I'll have to find my
yeah.
Shut Up Meg shirt.
isn't that pink?
That somebody got. Yeah.
Quite the video.
Yeah, that's why I haven't worn it, but
I really like graphic tees.
Says the man who's wearing.
I know.
T-shirt.
The one day I don't.
I really enjoy. Like, this is the most color I have in my
Don't
wardrobe.
make him think. Don't let him make you think that he's some kind of like tough
Sky Guy actively.
construction guy. Who's,
Yeah, I chop
not.
wood maybe twice a year.
It's more than me.
Okay, but the reason why we were moving around a lot is because Chase actually came in with somebody and dropped off a bunch of stuff.
All right.
So, Alex, you're planning the Whatnot today.
Well, I don't know what Chase wants done with this. There is some.
Whoa, over here. Holy.
Oh,
Okay. This just got interesting.
get that out of the box like that.
This
That
just
is
got very interesting. Hold on, we'll bring it over here. What on earth? So we got Pokemon Yellow, Blue. It's white ESRB. Is it actual first print? Playing the second print. Pokemon Blue version.
the coolest Pokemon box, in my opinion.
A very fun
Slapped
game.
on.
But one of the best games, honestly.
See,
Really?
I want to play
Brother
the Game
Dave
Boy.
thinks that. If you don't think that, you're just wrong.
I want to play the Game Boy Advance one. That's what I want to do.
That was good
Gold.
too.
These are
though.
all in pretty darn good condition.
Wow, that's
Game
not,
Pocket,
but
really good condition here.
yeah, definitely.
Wow,
And now,
I've never seen a screen like that.
Is this in here?
Goodness,
also,
that's good.
a calendar older than Nolan.
2000. Well, I'm now intrigued. And what else is there?
Yeah. So I saw a binder of cards. Let's go over here.
Oh my gosh, a Nintendo
Okay.
Hot Wheels?
So I think. Whoa.
Well, unfortunately, this was in a ring binder. Guys, don't put your cards in ring binders.
Well, hey, this is better than nothing. This is the hollow binder. We have Dark Zapdos, or Dark Zapdos. What am I saying? Dark
He is
Weezing.
darker there.
He is. They're definitely musty.
It is
They have some basement must.
What
These are all. These are also older than you. This was Fossil, which came out in like 98,
I mean,
99.
these are vintage, so that's interesting.
They have the date on.
First edition Hollow Dragonite.
Ooh.
That's cool. Whoa, first edition Machamp. For those that don't know, all of them are first edition.
Except
You
the
look
rare
at-
ones.
The rare ones actually aren't first edition. Kabutops, however you want to say it. I don't know why there's random blank pages. Maybe that was the stuff that like was pulled for grading. But this is actually the era that's very interesting. Look at this. This is Neo. One of the Neo sets is like the 2-star stamp. So these cards could actually be pretty darn decent. I don't see any like hollows
Where's
from
Cycle
there.
Energy?
But looks like this was like they were going for a set. Set here. My gosh, just tons and tons of duplicates. I'm gonna. Ooh, there's a Mewtwo. I'm gonna bring in my my childhood collection. We'll go through it on video.
There's
soon.
gotta be something really good in here, right?
First edition Magneton. I think all the hollows were in the front.
Ditto.
First edition Ditto.
Dark Charizard.
Dark Charizard. It's not the hollow, but Dark Dragonair.
Interesting. Lots of random stuff. Well, Alpal, yeah, you're right. I don't know if this will help us at all in today's auction, but
I mean, Chase is the Pokemon boy, so.
yeah, he'll know a lot more than.
Plus, I don't know if this has been paid for or what.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't. They just kind of walked in, dropped it off, and no idea what else. But these right in here. Did you take a look at this? These. Oh my gosh! There's like more bags. Look at that.
Oh.
There's just bags of stuff. Maybe this was this from a garage sale, but these are the Pokemon Nintendo Power like comic
Pokemon
things.
Power.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the set of them. There's 6. Could be the full set. I don't want to take them out. They're crumbly.
Yeah.
Sky Guy.
What day of the week do you think your second birthday was on?
What day of the week? I'll go Saturday.
Yeah. I think my
Wow. Hey, man,
this would have
over here.
been my first birthday. What day of the week was that on? Let's find out. I'm
Mine was
guessing
on
a Wednesday.
No,
day were you born?
mine was a Tuesday for sure.
Tuesday, and it
Friday. Dang it.
Holy crap.
was the best thing we've ever. Ooh.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah. Is that the really good one? Is it? So this is the E3 Pikachu. It's got a little gold stamp right there. I forget if it's the red cheeks or yellow cheeks. That's good.
I think it's the red cheeks.
We
but
just sent one off for grading.
yeah. Get
Wow.
Know much
Diglets.
about Pokemon.
Haunter. Jinx.
Jinx.
This is just a true mix, and they're all upside down. This is just jungle.
Hey, but it's
an
good to see
amalgamation.
vintage.
Oh, some first edition jungle fossil, base set 2. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, there you go, Nolan.
It's an amalgamation.
An amalgam. So we run into another predicament, like with even that stuff. Could these do better on eBay or whatnot?
Well, Chase.
Sometimes rapid fire obscure.
Chase did just come in here, and he was like, "I'm remembering why we don't list a bunch on eBay." Because he was like
It would take a lot of time to do that.
the amount of time it's taking is very slow in comparison to what we're used to, and so
To me, it's got to be extremely expensive to even come into the conversation.
Right.
Because like something like that, like if it's worth $15, we might get 5 on whatnot. I don't care.
Well, and we're in a unique position again. Let's remember this is
pass
all
the deal along to somebody else
Yeah.
who can make
this is all from the lens of we are employees, all 5 of us in here, of a business, so our time is like we have a number that our time is worth. So if it takes Alex an hour to research a train that's only worth $10, congratulations.
Worth it.
You've lost us money.
This is like, good do
So-
$3,000 easy on
so-
whatnot in an hour.
For you, if you want to get started, like again, please check out the eBay challenge. If you want to revamp everything in your store, our minimum that we would recommend, and we have recommended for years, is $10 plus shipping or $15 free shipping as your base. And that's for just typical items you're selling. You're going to get a few bucks profit after everything. I think the thing we would add to that is probably if it's popular, if there's actual solds. You can filter on eBay to see if your item has sold and how recently it's sold. If it's sold once in the last 3 months and there's 10 of them listed, I don't think it matters if it's $15 free ship. I think you stay away from it because your money is just going to be stuck sitting in there. Alpal, do you agree?
Sorry, I just had a collection person texting.
Oh, we're buying collections?
We are buying collections now more than ever before, and we're paying more than we ever have.
We have some fat ideas.
And
We have some-
and
we do have some really interesting ideas.
you can send us a price charting link or a
Or a Game Eye link as
We're
well.
doing Game Eye now, baby.
If you do have a Game Eye link, the one thing I'll ask you is that you download the CSV and send that to me. But still, yes, if you have a Game Eye, or even if it's in something else, like
You have a spreadsheet.
I think
Great.
there's like CLZ or something I've done before. Anything. Like, reach out. We'll make a deal happen. We want your games. Because there's so many people who will reach out to me and be like, hey, I see you buy this loose. Do you buy it CIB? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Or, hey, I see these games are on your buy list, but I have all these games and they're not. Like, do you buy them? Yes.
We buy any game. Now, if it's like a $1 sports game,
Yeah, we buy that too.
yeah.
Might not pay you much for it, but
Yeah.
we'll buy it.
So, what I was asking was our recommendation for eBay: $10 plus shipping, $15 free ship. But if it's something that hasn't sold in like a 1 to 3 month period at all, and there's a ton listed, probably not worth spending your money on to begin with, but probably not worth your time listing as well.
I would say those numbers are like bare minimum for someone who struggles with inventory.
Yeah.
If you're someone who has a lot of games sitting around, I would up those numbers because a $10 game is probably not worth you listing individually
Okay.
if you can get a lot of inventory in.
Say you have 10 games, they're all under $10. You don't want to list them all individually. Do you just lot them up, or do you?
I would. I'd still
do you
cons-
pair them, or do you do one big lot? What would your strategy be, or does it just depend on your inventory?
Well, it's interesting actually. For like when we've been lotting these up on Whatnot, we try to do by console. For whatever reason, I think that works. Like, or if you have games that are like kind, like you might get the person who wants those games and not just the reseller. So that's kind of the line where you're teetering is. If you're doing a lot, you're only going to get a reseller almost 100% of the time. If you do a lot of like 3 games that are all similar, like Jacks, for instance, like if you do 3 Jack games, you might actually get a collector or someone who wants to play it, so you get more for it versus another reseller isn't going to pay up for it. So there's always, and you just got to know your buy cost. Like there's things that we do that might not make sense for other people because their buy cost is different than ours. So you always got to. Don't chart everything, but at least know roughly what you pay for everything.
I think another thing that you can do to speed up your profit as well, and this is another thing we've been kind of talking about without directly addressing it, is just knowing your time you're putting into an item, and that even comes on the accounting side and with inventory. We get a lot of people that are like, how do I inventory my items? One, again, when you join the Discord, you're gonna get you can get a link that actually gives you a pretty advanced inventory tracker that you can customize however you want to be as specific or as unspecific as you want. We would say keep it bare minimum.
Bare minimum, like for us, it's
zero. We know the
zero.
items coming in.
Like we have our price tiers. I guess that's somewhat it. Like
It's money in, money out.
But we have detailed spreadsheets and records of everything we purchase and everything we sell. So we're confident with those 2 numbers. So
Yeah,
everything in
for-
between we're good with.
Now for David and I, when we did the $10 challenge for the first time, we kept track of everything.
We did.
It was a lot of work. Too much. And if we did it again, we would not do it the same.
Yeah, what benefit did we find starting from scratch? Was there any?
Not really. I would say that in general, we spent a lot of time just in case we needed the information, and more so we just wanted to be able to actually tell the audience like, hey, this is everything that we had.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But then also at the very end, we're like, we hope we did it right, because it's very easy to mess up, especially when you're like just inputting random numbers here and there. And so and at some point you get so many items in, and you're selling so many items, and it just gets so convoluted, and so. I would not do it the way we did it.
Yeah, if I could go back, I would probably just like keep track of this is what we spent this day and how much we sold this day, and keep it at that. But again, if you do consignment, or if there's anything that you want to track to see, does your eBay shop sell PS2 games better than PS4 games, then that would be something where it's like, if you have an actual purpose for the data, then you kind of give yourself permission to track it. I think that's where we would fall as a blanket statement. Like, if you have a use for the data, then collect it. If not, that was a very smart thing. Words of
Yeah.
wisdom from Mojave Ronin.
Yeah, I think maybe it's a misconception that people think the IRS cares about the inventory that you have on hand, but they just want to know what you've bought and what you've sold. So if you don't have a use for the spreadsheets that you're keeping, maybe dial it back or get rid of it.
For legal reasons, we're not IRS experts.
So Chase is here.
He's here.
I've been
And I'm
around.
happy about it.
I've just been
He's
with
been around.
my 2-year-old son all day, and I came outside and said, "Have you guys checked for volume 173?" To which the answer was no. Volume 173 is here.
What's special about volume 173, Chase?
It could have the Eon ticket inside of it.
What are the chances you think it's in there?
Does this have the poster? It looks like something is tore out. I'm gonna say low. I don't know, but we're gonna check.
It does.
It's gone. It is gone. Dang it.
Now why is that valuable?
It's the way to get Deoxys, right? Is that what it was?
Free Eon tickets.
Or Jirachi, one of the two.
Deoxys
Or
or
Latios and
Jirachi?
Latias.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
So scan it, then travel to a secret aisle. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got the two there.
Yep. And it's valuable because it's really hard to find, and you never find it inside of the thing still. So.
Yeah, that's a
And
bummer. It
when
changes
it's
from
new,
like a
it's
$10
not.
Nintendo Power to like a $200 Nintendo Power.
Yeah. So it's a $10 Nintendo Power.
Yep. It's a nice one though. It's cool. Yeah, yeah. All right, well,
Oh look! Shout out to the GameCube when it was gonna let you look at the disc as it spun.
so the one thing I'm also thinking about for Whatnot is like how the shows aren't going as well right now. I think there also might be just sometimes we just need to accept the kind of seller we have to be for a few weeks where we just sell lower into mid-tier stuff, and that's just who we are. And then the good thing is we have such a great marketing platform that when the really good stuff comes in again, we can push it. People will know about it. We can send out texts. We can do all of that. I think we just have to accept the kind of inventory that we have and work with it, because we still have tons of great stuff. I mean, people love the 10 to 25 items, 25, 35 items. Like,
Yeah.
that's the majority of what people are buying. And I think we need to remember that.
Yeah.
And again, our margins are better with those items.
There's two types of businesses you can be. And for us, we're fluctuating between the two. And anytime we do, we see pros and cons to each. So you can sell a high volume for low dollar, or low volume at really high dollar. And I think most business can be broken down into that model where both can be extremely successful. I mean, margin for $1 billion companies is 1 to 5%.
It's very tiny.
Yeah, and you know, maybe in the tech space you have very little overhead, be worth $1 billion and have 20% margin. I don't know. But for us, I think our margin sits at
15?
somewhere between 15 and 20. Like, I'd be curious with Mega Month and like how we prioritize.
It's like after buy costs,
yeah,
expenses, and wages.
just everything with that.
That's what could go back into the business. If you guys don't know what that means, that's the money that can go back into the
yes,
business.
it's like that is all stuff taken away.
Yeah, like we don't make,
some people won't include wages for whatever reason. It's like, no, that's not your margin.
yeah. Like when we did $200,000 show, what went back into the business was probably 40,
Yeah.
35.
If you want to get extra technical, pretty much all of our expenses up until that point have been covered by the sales of the previous month, meaning that we only really paid for wages, which were pretty significant actually at the end of the month.
You're right.
The wages were the most they've ever
We all
been
got
for the business.
We all got bonuses at the end of the month too,
Yes.
so
Again.
that's factored in as well. So.
Yes. Chase briefly mentioned that, but we are all very, very blessed. A lot of people are like, you guys sell video games. Surely you're not getting a livable wage. I think we all feel pretty comfy, and Chase blesses us more than he should. Yeah?
Remember.
I mean, 4 of our wives stay home right now, so I think.
Remember.
Yeah.
I was going to be an engineer.
Yeah.
And if you know what engineers, you know. There we go. Enough said. I wasn't gonna be, so
Yeah.
this is the best thing I could do in my life.
Dropouts.
While we're up here, I can mention this is something we're also trying out. I made a deal with a wholesaler.
Oh.
Start selling some stuff that came from cases, factory sealed, case fresh. we're trying that. Seeing how it works.
I'm sure you guys have seen it before. But in closing, we have this little identity crisis going on. It happens every year, right? Maybe even every 6 months, as the tides of business come, not even up and down, they just shift. Do you foresee us changing anything radically anytime soon? Or do we defer to the let's see the results of this for a few months before we change?
I mean, we can see what we decide as a collective, but I think it's far too soon to change anything about the business at the moment. Like, we knew that we were going to start dabbling back into Amazon after Mega Month.
Especially because Q4 is around the corner. We're still buying more than ever on the buy list. Like,
Yeah, like that's the biggest thing right now is like what time do we put into Amazon? What inventory do we keep for Amazon?
and we're sprinkling in eBay for the eBay challenges.
Sprinkling in eBay. But to me, the main focus still needs to be we have so much inventory, and Whatnot is the only way we can get it out.
Okay. So
We just need to accept the inventory we have and know that the only benefit this inventory can serve us is if we sell it extremely fast.
the lesson here is for in your business, if you're going through maybe like a little bit of an identity crisis, go back to your knowns. It's a very basic logical analysis of your business. What do you know to be true? And work from there on what's best for you right now. Because again, I don't think if you told us 2 years ago that we'd be shifting to majority Whatnot, that we'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, 90% Whatnot.
I-
Like, wait, what?
Yeah, even a percentage above 50, I'd be shocked. So
I mean, if you told me that 6 months ago,
yeah, I'd be shocked that we could do over a $500,000 Whatnot month.
yeah.
But
so
if you
that's why we
guys
just need to slow down, understand, like, we've done great stuff.
Yeah.
We still have yet to truly see the change of the new business model.
So
I think.
if you guys have questions on any of this, please ask them, and maybe we'll get to them in the next video. Yeah, that's it.